Well, it's finally here. Day one of the Toyota Series on Lake Eufaula. I don't even know. The lake's come up a bunch. It was already up 4 foot. Now it's up 6 something. Storm last night. It's just gonna be bad. And so the lake's gonna look different. I already know from yesterday. I'm hoping it didn't. I don't know what it's gonna do to the water I was already in. I had a decision. Do I start where I've been catching my spinnerbait fish, which I think I can guarantee catch some, or do I start where I had all these bites? Here's the thing. I think the water where I was catching my spinnerbait fish is gonna look so different, 2 foot higher. Most of the bushes I was catching them on, I won't be able to see them. They're gonna be able to spread out. And although I think that it's bigger, and say I did happen to catch them, I think that's where you could like top 10 it, top 5. I also can't give up what I found, which is a bunch of bites. I had a bunch of bites, and I trust it. Doesn't mean either one of them's good or bad. It's just I trust this more, and I'm gonna go with it. If someone goes through some of those areas first, they're gonna get a lot of those bites, is what I'm thinking. I'm just going with my gut here, and hopefully I'll make the right decision. Second cast. Yeah. Well, I think I made the championship off of one fish. I think she'll go. Spot too. That's crazy. I got it. So literally, it wasn't my first cast, but kind of. Like my first flip was kind of like not in the spot, but this was the first place I got bit yesterday. Like my first bite. Flip in there, get bit, catch one. It was a spot. It's kind of weird. I wasn't expecting that. Was a keeper. I mean, we're 2 flips in, but basically my first flip. But we'll call it 2. When I catch a keeper, I'm like, okay, that gets the championship for me. If this is how the day is gonna go, I know where all my bites came from yesterday. I had like 15 bites yesterday. And so we should be fine, right? So I go a while without a bite. I'm kind of getting concerned. I go through most of my good area. As I'm coming out of this area, I pick up a spinnerbait. I had 2 spinnerbaits tied on. I had one spinnerbait, how I was catching them all, which the 3/4 ounce spinnerbait, double willow leaf finesse spinnerbait. And then I tied on this other spinnerbait because I didn't know how dirty it was gonna be. It was a Strike King spinnerbait. It was one of their models they had back in the day that had one big blade on it, and it was black. It was for like nighttime fishing. I took the skirt off and put a white skirt on there, so it had a black head and I put a big giant gold willow leaf on it, single blade. I could slow roll it really slow. Hadn't thrown it at a dock yet, and this is what happens.
spots have to be 14, right?
Yes, sir.
I haven't even tried doing this yet.
White.
So I get 2 bites. Well, I know one was a white bass, but I was like, this is the first dock I haven't done this in practice. I haven't really been around docks. Didn't plan on doing it. Well, I'm like, okay, well maybe I can pull one out of here throughout the day doing this. I mean, that was literally the first dock I had thrown at with a spinnerbait since I've been here. And to get, you know, I know one's a white, but still, caught a black bass and a white bass, I'm like, okay, there's something else to do when I go around these docks while I'm fishing the shoreline. So I go through a whole bunch of water, a whole bunch more water. It doesn't show up, but like, we're 2 hours in now. You can see how high the sun's up. I hadn't had another bite. Starting to bother me a little bit, really bad. But I'm gonna go back through. I don't even like to fish this slow, much less go back through areas I've already fished. There are starting to be people around here. I got to start on all this stuff. I was first. So I'm just gonna go down it again. No one's been on it. And we'll see what happens.
God, I got potatoes. Another spot. Interesting. Telling me that's not normal. Ow. At least they have 12 inches.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I catch another fish. It's another spot. And that really bothers me. I don't think these were all spots yesterday when I got bit. What I'm wondering is the spots are the only ones biting and the largemouth aren't. And so say a couple of those were spots yesterday and I'm getting those to bite, and then the largemouth that we got to bite are gone or done. I don't know how am I supposed to know? I don't know what happens when the water comes up 2 feet, gets dirty, it's already come up. It's just so much going on. It's hard to figure out what exactly you're supposed to go do. All right, let me talk about this situation real quick. I don't know how many people are gonna see this, but I think this is very important. If you see me looking right here, what I'm looking at is a guy. I had gone down these docks already, okay? I'm about 8 or 9 docks down, and a guy pulls up where I had already fished, okay? I could hear him pull up, I can see he's about to go in there, and I'm like behind docks. He can't see me. I just can hear it, can see it, and like I just kind of turn around. And I go to fish, and I'm like, oh, he pulls in right behind, not right behind me, but where I had just fished, which is 1,000,000% okay. It wasn't that. I was just watching him because I was like, I hadn't seen anyone really fishing what I was doing. So I was kind of interested, like, who is it? And what's he doing? He pulls in, he's throwing I don't know if he's scoping or I don't know what he's doing. But anyways, I'm pretty sure he had a drop shot on. He hooks a big one. I watched it. It's like at least a 3-pounder. And I think he gets it hung up on some metal in the dock and breaks off on it. And he's all upset. And I was sitting there going, I can't believe you just got bit behind me, right? So I'm watching this and I'm just like, you got to realize this is like late. This is like 11 or 12. Like I've had one keeper. I now know what he had. He had none. Okay. And let me just explain. So I was watching him because I was just, when you're out there not catching thing and you watch someone just pulling behind you and catch a fish, I was like, okay, if he's throwing a drop shot to catch fish, wow, impressive, whatever. I'm just like, man, if I wouldn't even think to do that, it doesn't really matter. So I get a Instagram message from him. Okay. And I'm going to read it. I hope he doesn't mind me reading it. I hadn't asked him, but I'm going to read it. He goes, hey man, thought I'd reach out to you after Eufaula. I felt terrible about cutting you off on the docks. One, he didn't cut me off. He didn't come close to cutting me off. I was going the other way. Like, he didn't see me. Even if I had been going that way, I wouldn't have been upset because I'd have been like, he didn't see me. Like, there's no way to know which way I was going, whatever. So anyways, he's like, I had no clue you were fishing there until I hooked a fish. I was stressed with no fish in the boat at the time. Felt bad for doing that in front of you. And I was like, my response is, were you the one that broke the fish off? Just to make sure. He's like, yeah. Or he didn't say yeah. He said, yes, sir. I want to make that clear, and I'll explain why. I said, I just gone through there. You didn't cut me off. There was no way you could have seen me. I said all that. And he was like, oh, you felt bad. And my dad raised me better than to cut someone off. And I was like, totally good. Totally good. Jackson Rubanis. I'm sure that's Fred's son, right? I wanted to just throw that in there. There's a lot of stuff going on between young and old and stuff like that. And I've done what he has done, like felt bad because like something happened. I didn't ever want to get a bad reputation. Some of these young guys do not care. There's one that does. I don't even know what to say. Loved everything about that. Figured out who I was, reached out, apologized for something he didn't do, even come close to doing wrong, but he felt bad. I've done the same thing. I've gone up to people. I remember I was on a lake one time fishing an FLW event, and there was a guy, same thing, behind the dock, and I pulled in. You couldn't see him. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I only fished that one dock and found him. I trolled all the way over there to him. He was on a point by this time and apologized. He said, dude, you're fine. You didn't see me. Man, hats off to this young man. Very respectful, very whatever. Just wanted to throw that in there. I hope he doesn't get mad at me. I know it's kind of a little bit of a private conversation, but it was phenomenal. That's the way we all should handle stuff like that on the water. Yeah, my hat's off to him. Good job. Good job, Fred. Raised a good kid there. Anyways, back to the event.
I mean, I know it's not even close.
Right after that, I ended up catching another one, small one. This is some water I didn't practice, but it just looked right to me. So still getting bit. Finally a largemouth, but still nothing good's happening.
Y'all are used to catching them 5-pounders down there at freaking Sam.
This is where I caught my first fish. I just want to show you how much more the water has come up within a couple hours. That's how, like, the water's coming up so fast that I can barely now flip to where I caught my first fish of the day. Just wanted to throw that in there.
That's where you caught that one out this morning.
It wasn't like that this morning. Let's go. Goof around.
So we leave, go to another section. I didn't practice this. I drove in here and looked at it. It didn't look right, but I was like, man, I can come in here for 20 minutes, 30 minutes to see. I went in there, water's come up, it looked worse. And so I didn't stay in here very long. So I rolled to where we got bit on Tuesday, and we went in there, had some bites, didn't get to stay long because storms got us off the water. I went in here like 5-10 minutes, same thing. Pulled right up to where I got bit again. It wasn't big, so ended up fishing all through there, a whole bunch, never had another bite. Remember what I talked about? I was like, I'm gonna go maybe hit some of this main lake rocks, main lake, like station points maybe. Went and did that. Not a lot, but I went and did it. Didn't catch anything either. Left there, went to one other pocket that I never even looked at in practice. I'd gotten bit here a year or two ago. Obviously the water was like 7 foot lower at the time. Went in there, fished around, caught one pretty quick, then went a long time in there without getting a bite. I don't know what the deal is when I pull into places I get bit quick and then fish through the whole area and don't get any more bites.
That was fun.
That got us, didn't it?
Huh?
That whipped us, didn't it? Freaking high water.
In the end, this was it. I think I caught 5 or 6 fish. I don't even remember that. And the first fish was the only keeper. I had one fish. I finished 57th. I beat like half the field, or I was like right there in the middle. With one fish, with one 115 spot. What do you even say at an event like this? I mean, all I can say is, hey, look, I'm not that out of it. We got a chance tomorrow to catch some fish. I have an idea for tomorrow. I really do. I have an idea. And so we're gonna go put together a game plan and figure out what we might go do. All right, guys, follow along because it's only gonna get more interesting from here. See y'all.